What's up, everybody? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma, the official podcast of Rocklahoma. I am the host, formerly known as the Locks That Rocks, your cyborg to die for, Adam Richmond, and I am so glad to have all of you joining us this week. We have a special guest joining us here a little bit later in the show. A local band I'm excited about, Cirkus, will be joining us, telling us a little bit about the shindig going on this weekend in Tulsa at the Boman Twin Event Center. We hope to see everybody there. We will be hosting the event, and we'll give you all those details here in a little bit. Now, we're also going to give you a taste of what you're going to be seeing this weekend, as we've got a debut track from Cirkus. Now, we've also got a musical feature that I was going to bring you all last week, but unfortunately I wasn't able to go live, so we're going to bring it to you this week. We've got a little Stanley's Revenge as well for you. Now, before we do all of that, I see you folks in the comments, so I'm assuming we are sounding loud and clear. I see Kay Johnson. What is up, Kay? My co-hostess with the most is Christy Gross is in the comments. Camp Mardi Gras will be celebrating our 12th year this year, and we have begun the process of renewing our Rocklahoma passes. Have you? We're going to talk about that here in a second. What's up, Ryan Adams? I see Danny Hutchins, Carly. My buddy Casey is there. Huge shout out to Casey. He's been doing some awesome work. We're going to tell you about it. And there is also, from Camp Pilk, my fellow cartographer, Darren Pilkington, is also in the comments. He is going to be a busy man here in the coming months. We also see our sister behind the lens, Rebel, is in the comments. What up, girl? My brother from another mother. You know what? I think that's a good time for us to go ahead and pay some bills. What do you guys think? First up, we're going to give a shout out to one of the longest paying sponsors of anyone we've ever had here at the show. One of our first sponsors and a longtime advocate for the show. One of the folks who was instrumental in getting us named the official podcast of Rocklahoma. I'm talking about DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life? I want to rock! Well, Rocky has been doing for years and years on the DEB concert stage, and this past year he also expanded his energies into the Renegade stage as well. He's got some stuff coming up in this coming year. Announcements will be made shortly, but until then, give a huge shout out to DEB Concerts. Now, another Rocklahoma who has been sponsoring us for almost as long is At Your Service Rentals. Our great friend Brett Fuller and the Pooh Crew, the folks who put up with all of our shit, they have been the instrumental in keeping your campsites a little bit more like home. The only place I know of where you can get your own portable restroom and a swimming pool for your campsite. They do this at Rocklahoma, born and raised, but they've got other services as well. You can go check them out, AYS Rentals. They've got just about every kind of portable service that you could possibly need. You don't want to be stuck out in the dark looking for a place to go poo-poo like that guy. What are you doing over there?
Shitter was full!
Yeah, I didn't call At Your Service Rentals. Now, speaking of partners, we got to give a shout out to our proud partner. She's in the comments, Rebel from Photography by Angel Lee. You've seen her work on Facebook, and she's been working with us for over 4 years now. My favorite thing to do whenever I'm feeling a bit nostalgic, is I'll go through and check out the albums at Photography by Angel Lee. She's got things organized by artists, and many of those artists have stopped by our radio booth this year that she was instrumental in, and signed our guitars that we gave away as part of our collaboration with the Flocking Founders. So we want to thank so much to Angel for everything she does for the show and all of everything that she's covered over the years. Who knows what we're going to be doing this year. We also want to thank, of course, Rockavet. You know, Rockavet is the charity that we love working with because they believe that music is medicine, and it's their mission to get that medicine to our veterans, our first responders, the folks who put their lives on the line to defend us and be there. This cat. Say hi, Oreo. She's over here trying to claw the screen. All right. So, Rockavet has recently announced a music festival happening this summer, Memorial Day, at Post Oak Lodge. And we will be hosting that, and we are going to be giving you more details in the coming weeks. We also want to give a shout out to another veteran-owned business, Metalcore Clothing, who that printed our bulk T-shirts for last year, and we do love their fine threads over at Metalcore Clothing. I do believe they will be doing all of the printing for Rockavet's event this summer as well. We also want to give a shout out to the Big Old Bus, bringing a busload of debauchery to festivals near you, including Rocklahoma, but also they've been at Rock the Equinox in recent years. And I have just seen that there's been an announcement from the Big Old Bus will be the secondary stage for bands inside the Rockavet venue. Because I don't know if you went to Rock the Equinox, but the Big Old Bus has expanded, and they now have a larger stage that is almost 2, maybe even 3 times bigger than what it was. So it's going to be an amazing thing. It will be making its debut this year. So make sure that you guys keep your calendars clear this summer for the Music is Medicine Festival. We also want to give a shout out to our favorite street crew, our rock cheerleaders that always just keep the spirit alive. A huge shout out to Christy and Kendra of the Rocklahoma Bitches. Thank you girls so much for everything you've done for the show and all the years that you have joined us in promoting the local rock music scene. Alrighty, so with that being said, that brings us to our, that's right, this year we have a new sponsor. We want to once again recognize Tannenbaum Graphics, who has been giving us a facelift around the show, both here on the podcast and on our social media platform. He is the one who created that little short snippet, that reel that was shared on our Facebook page, letting you all know about my guest that will be joining us here in about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm talking about the band Cirkus. So huge shout out to Tannenbaum, who is officially doing the merchandise this year for Rocklahoma. So make sure that you check out Tannenbaum Graphics, and I see there's other campsites as well that are starting to become listed. This is where you can get your limited edition Camp Mardi Gras hat. We also see your t-shirts. Oh my gosh, look at those things. And you can also get your brand new Surviving Rocklahoma Signature Series t-shirt. He's got two of them, and we've got our new colorized logo for this year. So much going on, and I can't wait to see the other pieces of merch that come out as well. But one thing I think everybody needs, I think your vehicle, kayak, especially your kayak or camper, needs to be tattooed with the brand new Surviving Rocklahoma bumper stickers, featuring our colorized new logo, as well as our logo with our proud partner, photography by Angel Lee. So put that kiss on your ass and represent the pod that rocks. With that being said, y'all, that does bring us to our last sponsor. We want to give a huge shout out to the Liquor Daddy of Pryor, Oklahoma. The folks at Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits, the folks who sell the suds to keep me sauced and supply your next social gathering, whether it be a campsite, whether it be an event, a function, or an amazing festival that also happens not once, but twice in Pryor, Oklahoma, first with Rocklahoma and then born and raised. I'm talking about Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits. And we have a tradition. We haven't done it in a couple of weeks, but Monty, we try some sample beers courtesy of Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits. And this is a new one. This is Hoop Tea. No, not just what I drive. This is Hoop Tea and iced spike tea. This is mango. You can get yours at Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits. You know, I like a little flavor with my adult beverages from time to time. So join me, everybody. Let me know in the comments, what are you guys sipping on? And all together, let's go ahead and have a cheers on behalf of all of our sponsors here at Surviving Rocklahoma and Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that is smooth. Oh, I like that. That is... Oh, I like that. Contains alcohol. This is 5% alcohol by volume. This is 12-ounce can. You can find yours at Pryor Liquors, Wines, and Spirits. Now, we got a sampler pack over here. So we're going to be trying trying some flavors over the next couple of weeks. So be sure to join us here at Surviving Rocklahoma. And, man, I need another hoopty from Pryor Liquors. Thanks, Liquor Daddy. All right, folks. Now, speaking of music festivals, and I know it's a long ways away. It's literally like 8.5 months away, but it is that special time of year where you lock in your seats for next year. And as of 10 o'clock a.m. today, renewals have begun. So that's right, folks. 20 years of Rocklahoma. And yes, Rocklahoma 2026. Dos Equis. Now, wait. There's been a little confusion right here. So, once again, it has 20 years. Now, if you look on there and you do the math, you got to remember, folks, there has been 20 lineups. This is the 20th consecutive year that there have been Rocklahomas. Yet, yeah, COVID happened. So, years and years ago, it was back in Oklahoma City, and it started back in the early 2000s, 2007, right? Several years later, it came to Pryor, Oklahoma, where it has been ever since then. It's blossomed, and it has been every year. And one of my favorite things about the redesigned website, I want each and every one of you guys to do this. Next time you are on the page, in the upper left-hand corner, click on those lines and click on history. I tell you, if you have been to Rocklahoma, this is the page you're going to want to see. Every lineup since 2010, I believe that's when it first came to Pryor, Oklahoma. And 2014. Now, my first year was 2013. I got to see Guns N' Roses and Alice in Chains. The next year, Kid Rock. And that was the year that Camp Mardi Gras was founded. The very next year, Rocklahoma, 2015, we launched the Surviving Rocklahoma Facebook page to help connect you guys, the other folks that I met whenever I first went, and I met so many good friends, made some long-term, lifelong friends. And I was like, you know what? Other people have got to do this. And so that's what the page was all about. Answering questions, how to have the best time they could possibly have. And over the years, it evolved. In 2018, we were approved for the first time for media. And man, that was an amazing year. 2019, of course. And then 2020, the year that wasn't, where we was supposed to have Five Finger Death Punch, Slipknot, and Stained, Papa Roach, but that year did not happen, but it still counts. That next year, we came back with Zombie, Slipknot, Limp Bizkit. 2021, we were approved for our first ever photo pass. And that was the year that I got in the photo pit and earned my stripes to run with the media folk. But I realized, you know what? I'm good, but I'm not the best. So I got the best concert photographer that I knew that just needed to be in front of, needed some opportunities. And we hollered out at Angel of Photography by Angel Lee. She joined us 2022, and we have been rocking you guys ever since. So definitely want to think everybody should take a moment and check out that page. It's got every lineup for the last, since 2010. Amazing, amazing. Now, back to the subject at hand. I am referring, of course, to renewals. Renewals have begun. Now, as we've always explained it, renewals, this is your chance to lock in the seat that you had the last year. So 2025, you said, great, I want to go again. I want the same stuff or better. Well, I'm going to secure my spot. Now, this is what you got to do. Now, remember, folks, it is first come, first serve. So the longer you wait, the less likely you will be to have your stuff renewed. Now, where that comes into play, once the renewal period is over, I believe that is over January 31st. January 31st will be your last day to renew. Once they know who all renews, there'll also be a spot on that form if you want to upgrade. And if you want to upgrade, if you said, you know what, I had great seats, but I want to move up a couple of rows. Maybe, you know what, I loved the VIP tent, but I want to be in the roadie lounge. That'll be your time to upgrade. So if somebody doesn't renew, their seat comes open, and then the first folks who renewed, they can get that seat. So in that regard, first come, first serve. But don't worry, folks. If you want to buy passes, financing is available. All of this information is available at rocklahoma.com. Remember, folks, don't take it from me. I'm just the official podcast of the festival. If you need to know actual verified information straight from the festival, I encourage everybody to email them info@rocklahoma.com with your questions. Just please, folks, remember, they've literally have tens of thousands of people trying to renew their stuff right now. So if it's not concerning the renewals, give them a couple of weeks, all right? Now, that being said, if y'all have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. We have a great community who would love to help you guys out. They can let you know what the policies are, and they'll let you know what everybody else does. So when you get there, you know exactly what to do, and you're just going to cut loose and have the time of your life. So also with that being said, y'all, we want to thank the folks at Rocklahoma so much for the experience that we had in 2025 this past year. We have worked with Rocklahoma for years and years. They have always been so gracious, patient, and tolerant of what we do here in the show as we foster, or do our best anyway, to foster an environment where everybody can just have fun, get away from the stresses of daily life, and just enjoy ourselves and enjoy a great music community. Now, over the years, we have grown. We have been welcomed in. They have given us our blessing, or their blessing, in giving us access that we never thought would have been possible. And this past year, we made our debut on Radio Row, and I do have it on. I am confident that we will be back this year. So thank you to each and every one of you folks who showed up in the rain that Sunday for our grand prize giveaway of the guitar that we get signed by all of the artists we interact with, and even a few that didn't have time to come and stop by. The last guitar was signed by Lita Ford amongst a dozen other artists from that weekend. Those guitars will also be displayed at the radio booth along with the best campsite trophies. We want to thank everybody for participating in the Rocklahoma Campgrounds Best Campsite contest. Now remember, folks, our contest is a little different. It's popular vote. It is not perfect. We know it's not perfect, but we do our best to do better every year. So remember, folks, if you've got suggestions and ideas and they're formed in a constructive manner, we will gladly take that feedback. But if you're just basically telling us it sucks, you don't like it, then don't participate. Now, I will tell you, survivingrocklahoma.com will continue to be the place where you go to vote for that contest. So that will be the same going forward. The ballot will be there. Everybody gets a chance to vote. It's as democratic as possible. Now, that being said, we will have both the best campsite contest, the scavenger hunt guitars, and also, of course, we will be there doing our meet and greets and having our interviews as well. Now, this year, we also will be taking steps to make sure that our booth is staffed through the full festival. So it won't be so hit and miss this year. So we are so excited and to show you guys what we've got cooking for this year. Now, speaking of booths, you will find us at a music festival near you. We've got a half dozen lined up, starting with Terps and Chains Music Festival, as well as Music as Medicine Festival, Terp Float Festival, Rocklahoma, Born and Raised, Rock the Equinox, and that's just the festivals. We got shows scattered in between, like the Save the Knox show that's coming up here at June. Now, speaking of, I want to give you a taste of a band that's going to be playing that event, but they're also going to be playing an event this weekend. Here is Stanley's Revenge. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Stanley's Revenge studio audience. Well, you know what, folks? You can catch that band and a couple of others this weekend, including the band for which we all shall gather, sleet, snow, or sunshine, at Boman Twin Event Center this weekend. I'm talking about Cirkus. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, fellas. So I am so glad to be a part of this show. Now, before we get into the interview, your most recent appearance was at the Cancer Sucks benefit. Can you tell me a little bit just about that performance? We'll get into how it came to be a little bit later. But Matt, you and I met up at the Woodland Hills Mall. Well, I met up with all of you guys, but we had a chance to talk a little bit. Can you tell me a little bit about performing at the Canes Ballroom?
I think it was a big opportunity for us. I remember the phone call after 97.5 announced us winning second place for that. That was huge for all of us. I think that is a big opportunity that we all really wanted, and we were shocked. We were more or less kind of shocked to get it. Like, it was pretty amazing, and just the amount of overwhelming support and people that were there, dude, that was outstanding. Oh my goodness, that was like, oh my god, it was freaking awesome, dude. And just being in that green room, I'm sure all the boys can attest to this, dude. It was magical.
I bet. Now, tell me a little bit about you guys, Matt. Now, I'm going to start with you, since you're the front man of the band. When did you first get into music?
So I've been in music for a while. I was in, so of course my love for music, this is gonna sound generic as hell. Guitar Hero, love it, rock band, all that, got into music games growing up. And then when I figured out I didn't like sports as much, I went to choir, and that just kind of took it off the rails from there. I got into the Beatles, Pink Floyd, and then the rest is history. Dude, I mean, I started with music when I was like 8, so I love it.
Now, in this track that we're going to hear a little bit later, we hear full aggression from Mr. Matthew, but you're what some may consider classically trained.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, beautiful solos, singing classical songs in choir. Yeah, I don't think she's watching, but if Miss Sandusky, you're out there, I love you. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I went to state competitions, one with a superior on them. It took me a lot to unlock the voice that you hear in these tracks, for sure.
Do you have, before we move on, do you have like a piece of advice to someone who's learning how to unlock that heavy metal aggression and not just, the clean pipes?
It took me 4 months of actively trying with the band. And if Gage and Thomas didn't give me the time of day, we wouldn't be where we are right now. So thank you guys. You guys were very patient with me. So, I mean, it took a long time to unlock. But once we got it, we have an original video. We might post it sometime, but we have a video of me actually unlocking the voice, and it was pretty cool. So
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, how fun. Well, you know what, T, let's move on to you, man. How'd you find this band?
Me?
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
you broke up for a minute. Okay, so a little backstory. Gage and I used to be in a band called Gatlin Rose. It was kind of short-lived. It was only about 7 or 8 months that we were a band, and it was with the frontman of Crimson Love, Hector. It was Hector, Gage, myself, and Ed, the bassist of Damn Them Devils. So we were kind of just a garage band. We wrote, 1 or 2 originals.
Oh my gosh, we love all those bands. Who shout out to both Hector and
Yes.
of Crimson Love and the Outlaw Devils. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's fun.
Yeah, yeah, and I actually met Hector through college whenever I got back from AIT from the military, and we had an English class together. And dude rolled up the English class in leathers and a laptop decked out with Rat and Motley Crue stickers, and I was like, hey, this guy seems cool. So we got to shooting the shit, and he brought his guitar over. We started jamming. I had a drum set, and then he introduced Gage to me actually, and that's whenever Gage and I met. And then the band kind of didn't work out. Gage and I didn't want to give up on it. We really enjoyed, writing music and kind of discovering that lost, passion for something you really enjoy. So we started looking for vocalists. We went through 5 auditions, and I think Matt was our sixth one. And I think the one song that really kind of blew us away in auditions was like a Volbeat song that he was singing, and
Lola
uh,
Montez.
yeah, that song. And then, we formed in late 23. We went through a couple of bassists through that year. And it's kind of a funny story. I know I'm probably talking a little too much, but with Carter, so we came back from the whiskey. We played in Hollywood last March, and we lost our bassist because he got a new job opportunity in a different state. So we had to leave us. So our roadie, shout out to Hampy. I love Hampy. He's a great roadie, great
Love the
drum tech.
hamper, man.
Yeah.
He was going to fill in for us until we found a permanent slot because we had Battle of the Bands in like 3 weeks. So here we are rolling up to Guitar Center. The band was going to purchase a bass guitar for our roadie. And we saw this blonde, long-haired dude strumming out Domination by Pantera in Guitar Center. And we started, singing along to him. And the rest is honestly history. We exchanged numbers, we auditioned them, and we clicked. It was a lot of chemistry was there.
That's hilarious. You in 10 years of doing this, you guys are the third band I met that had their genesis inside a Guitar Center. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Carter, he
Yes, sir.
he threw your name out there, and I see you rocking the locks. I am so jealous. So tell me about strolling in Guitar Center one day and meeting these guys.
Dude, so I was at work before, and my nana called me. She was like, "Hey, there's a new barbecue place by your guitar store. Let's go over. You can jam for a little bit. Let's go over against some barbecue." So I'm in there, and I'm in jeans and a Parkway Drive shirt, and yeah. So at the time, I was going through the phase that every bassist will go through of I think I'm a guitar player. So I was just sitting, kind of strumming around and everything, and Gage walked in and started wailing on something. So I just walked back over to my land, the bass, and just started thumping good old Pantera, man. Just I'm broken, started busting out some Rage Against the Machine, and finally they came walking up behind me, and I was, like they said, just plucking some Domination, and it just immediately they're like, "Oh, hey, you play with anyone?" I was like, "No, man," because I just gotten out of my band APO, and we did nothing but System of a Down and Rage. But yeah, it was completely surreal because it was playing Domination. Hey, want to come play Battle of Bands with us in 2 weeks? It's like, sure, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
my gosh.
dude, the covers we played, I knew roughly, and then the rest of their stuff, I was like, literally the entire week, that was the only thing that I listened to in preparation for it, and we nailed it, man.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing, amazing. Gage, we haven't heard from you yet, but I do see those strings glowing in the background. Tell me a little bit about your journey as a guitar player.
Man, people that know me the very best know for sure that whenever I started playing guitar, a lot of my influences shine through more than anything else. Since before I was even born, my dad had kind of groomed me into loving Randy Rhoads and Zach Wilde and Dimebag and Stevie Ray Vaughan and all that stuff, and he had a big part of it as far as just, I hate to say it, but he almost groomed a guitar player, and he knew what he was doing with it. But it all started there with all my, influences. And for me, like, kids had superheroes growing up and all that. And for me, it was, Randy Rhoads and Zach Wilde and Dimebag and Stevie Ray. Those were all my superheroes. And there's never really been anything else I wanted to do other than play guitar. That's always been the highest calling ever. So I was just sitting in my room, learning Randy Rhoads and Stevie Ray and all those guys, learning all those songs, completely self-taught. I'd run into a blockade and be like, all right, I got to go to YouTube and watch somebody play this, but it's just been a journey of learning all my favorite riffs and favorite tunes and trying to pay respect to, all my heroes. A lot of them don't get talked about enough. There's guys like Earl Slick and Steve Gaines and Eddie Shaver and Danny Gatton, who are all, kind of country bluesers players, which a lot of my playing is blues based. A lot of it is. A lot of people don't know that. Rock based, Angus Young, stuff like that. But as far as the band, I actually, how I met Thomas and them is I knew Hector way before I knew anyone else. And he had kind of connected me with Zane from Hesitate. And we had a little thing going with his drummer and Hector. And just one night, he's like, hey, man, he hit me up that day. He's like, hey, you should come to this New Year's party. I met this drummer. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll go. And then about the middle of the day, I was working at a camper shop as an RV tech at the time. I texted him. I was like, nah, man, you know what? I'm not feeling it. Like, I was just not really feeling too good about playing at that time and blah, blah, blah. Well, happened to be like right before Hector was about to leave his house. I just decided to go ahead and go. And when I showed up, that's when all the sparks started flying, and met Thomas. And like he had mentioned earlier, I had the whole thing with Gatlin Rose, and then we got Cirkus going, and I really got to get my, more of my creativity in there with this band for sure.
That's amazing. And, this is my favorite part about doing this show is not only meeting the musicians, but seeing how bands formulate and the genesis comes out a little bit. This was, your evolution, and now it's all culminating. We have this event this Saturday at Boman Twin Event Center, January 24th, all ages show. Matt, can you let's circle back to you. Can you tell me a little bit about what folks are in for this weekend?
It's going to be pretty fun, to say the least. We're going to have, first of all, we're going to have an amazing lineup of bands. Okay, it's going to be so fun. We have a grand, virtuous amount of merch that we have now. It's going to be pretty dope. The people that bought the VIP tickets, I can't thank you enough. It's going to be outstanding for y'all, as well as general admission. There's going to be stuff that we've never had before. There's going to be a projector and a couple of things that we're doing a little differently that we haven't ever done before. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it's going to be fun. Amazing. So be there. Rain, sleet, or snow. I mean, the show is still planned to go on. I know there's going to be some snow potentially this weekend. But with how things are right now, we're going to continue with it. So yeah, we hope to see everybody there for sure.
And this time last year, sadly, maybe it's my fault because the last show I hosted at Boman and Twin, it snowed too. But you know what? We said fuck the snow, rock and roll, and we rocked out. Anyway, we're gonna go hard. Maybe y'all may have to break out some of the blizz. I don't know, but
Yeah, it's unfortunate because we set the date like a while ago, so it just sucks to reschedule everything like that. So I mean, we're gonna do our best to make it the best possible show that you could go to that night for sure.
Hell yeah. Now, there's also going to be, of course, merch set up for both yourselves and support bands. We saw one of those support bands, Stanley's Revenge, in our last live stream. We heard from 19 Never. Huge shout out to those other bands that are on the supporting bill. Remember,
Love it.
folks, bring your cash. Support these local bands by helping them pay for some gas. Buy that merch, folks. Help get them to their next gig. Speaking of, guys, we got the show this weekend. What is on the horizon? What's coming up after we release this album?
Thomas.
Yeah, so we have some things in store. We've already have 5 or 6 shows kind of set in stone. We have not mentioned it or released it, publicly yet, but I can name some venues. I know we have Vanguard coming up. We've got Diamond Ballroom coming up. We have another show in OKC, 89th Street. And then we have a few other dates and places we're going to be playing that we're really excited to announce, but we're still kind of working the ins and outs with them. So kind of piggybacking off of the weather conditions, don't put your guys' self in danger. If it's really, really bad or blizzarding and you can't seem to find a ride or get there safely,
Absolutely.
don't worry, because we are going to be playing again very soon.
I love it. You know what? And I forgot. Still Not will also be there. Excited for all of the bands.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think we need to award some folks. Now, you guys have got the balls to get up there and get on stage and perform and drop an album, and the balls to put on a show, and we're going to see who has the balls to go despite the snow. So I think it's time for us to pick us a winner. Now, I can't play the song anymore because I'm out of copyright strikes, but everybody can hum I've Got Big Balls to themselves. We're going to keep things random. So we need a hashtag. What do we think, guys? Hashtag, what was the name? You told me. What's the name of the album?
Still
remains.
Remains.
Hashtag Still Remains. Right now, in the comments, we're going to give away a set of free passes to the Boman Twin Event Center January 24th. All ages show. I love this event, y'all. It is like an open floor plan. You guys have so much control of what is going on there. And we've got some folks dropping the keyword in the comments, hashtag Still Remains. I see them starting to roll on. We got about a 20-second delay. So I tell you what, while we are doing that, I like to wrap up every interview by giving a band the opportunity to look directly at the audience and acknowledge your fans, the folks who are going to come see, the folks that are going to be buying the album. Ladies and gentlemen.
Sure.
Thomas, you go first. I think it should be Thomas, Gage, Carter. I kind of want to go last, so.
Got it.
Yeah, honestly, if anyone in this, I'm not sure how I can see the comments here, but if anyone has any questions on, anything that you might have for us, music, shows, merch, kind of maybe what we have in store, go ahead and comment away. And I'll try to answer what I can.
All righty. Thank you so much. And next?
Gage.
No, it's me.
Gage, it's you, Baba. Come on.
Okay, well, on a closing note, I think that's what this is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all you guys out there, if you listen to our music, you love our music, you love the local scene in general, keep us alive, keep streaming our music, come pick up some merch. Don't be afraid to ask for a picture or to sign anything. We're all super nice. I know it may not look that way sometimes, especially Carter. But, we love you guys. And to all the young little guitar players out there, never stop playing.
Man, I just want to take a minute to say, please do come to the shows, not just because we want a bigger audience, but because we love seeing people unified through music. All these songs, every song that we listen to has touched us in some way in some part of our life. And so these songs do come from real places. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but no matter what, you will always have someone at a show. And if you need anything, if you are struggling and you need people to talk to, do not fear to reach out to me personally. Don't fear to reach out to anyone. Just know that no matter what, we are unified through music and through straight out jamming, man.
Without a shadow of a doubt, anybody that knows me is I'm the sappy one, even though it may not sound like it most of the time. We wouldn't be anything without y'all. Like, literally, we love you, and each and every one of you that have supported us, friends, family, and like I said at Kane's Ballroom, random people I've never seen before wearing a Circus shirt. That was surreal. So, guys, thank you for all the support from all four of our hearts. We appreciate the shit out of you. Thank you. For sure. So, yeah.
Well said. Well, I tell you what, a couple of somebody's going to be bringing a +1 this weekend, and we are going to draw a random number. Oh my gosh. Number 12. Everybody had a chance on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Congratulations, Aspen Toller Reed. Aspen Toller.
Hey!
Shoot me.
I'm reading here, man.
Nice. Shoot me a
Give it
message
to
through the
Brian.
show. Yes. Congratulations. You know what, folks? If you are
Congrats.
watching live right now, I tell you what, I'm going to have a bonus giveaway here a little bit later in the show. But first, you've listened to these guys' story. You're going to see them this weekend. Matthew, you and the gang, would you guys like to introduce this new song off of your next album?
This next song that we have for you guys is one of the first songs we ever made, and I still think it's one of the best. It's absolutely blowing up right now, and to everybody streaming it from Australia to here, thank you, for real.
This next song is going to be Palms by us.
No, man.
Yeah.
Dude. It's just drive, man. Just drive,
Connor's
drive,
like, yeah,
drive.
man.
It was
Hell
the
yeah,
first,
bro.
dude, it was the first song my dad listened to, and he was like, dude, this is sick. So yeah, I'm so ready for people to hear this song. Let's get it rolling, baby. Gagey, what you got?
This
Yeah,
next song, Palms, is one of my personal favorites. It's like my stepdad's ultimate favorite, and a little funny one for my dad. This song goes right off the trailer and right up your ass.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, Palms.
Always
Ladies and gentlemen, Palms by the band Circus. Thank you so much, this fine group of young men. Thank you so much for joining us here on the podcast. We are so honored and privileged to be asked to host that event this weekend, Saturday at the Boman Twin Event Center. Rain, sleet, or sunshine, or snow, the show will go. So get your asses up to Tulsa this weekend. Join us. Let's rock out. It's all ages show, so bring the kiddos as well. We'd love to have the mini moshers out there, and make sure that you come ready to support that local music by buying that merch. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much. We are going to be, that was the first of many interviews that are going to be coming your way over the next 16 weeks or so. I forgot, we were having so much fun that I forgot to have the guys break out a little bit of news. But that band will also, you know what? Now, you guys need to know. Ladies and gentlemen, the lineup for the first ever Music is Medicine Festival, brought to you by the Rocklahoma Charity Organization at Post Oak Lodge, will be coming out approximately January 1st. But here first on Surviving Rocklahoma, that band that you just watched will be the first of many bands that I am proud to announce will be playing the Music is Medicine Festival this Memorial Day weekend. Congratulations once again, Cirkus, who will be playing this summer's festival. Music is Medicine. Thank you so much. Remember, now we are going to give you one artist every week leading up to that festival. So we are going to introduce you to over a dozen local bands each and every week here on the show. You're going to meet the guys. You're going to hear a little bit about their music. So when the time comes, it's going to be one big family reunion at Post Oak Lodge, January 24th. I am so excited to be a part of it and hosting not only that festival, but the album release party this weekend. So as y'all say in the comments, let's go. And with that being said, you know, we are starting to run a little low on time. So this is going to be a quick skim through the rock report. Now, they gave a lot of love to another band that we've been working with a lot in 2025. We're talking about Crimson Love, and they will be having their own release party. This one's going to be in Oklahoma City at the Blue Note. You definitely want to come and catch this show out. Catch this show featuring a special guest Bison. They also rocked the box, so we're going to have a little something from Bison for you here in the coming weeks. We also have the Terps and Chains event coming up here in March. We will be there. We will have our booth there that Casey of Tannenbaum Graphics has been preparing us for. So you'll be able to get your merchandise at the upcoming events. The Terps and Chains will be one of the first events where you'll be able to get that merch and find us at our vendor booth. We'll also be set up at, of course, the Music is Medicine Festival that we talked a lot about tonight. And then followed up after that will be the Terp Float Festival, as we have our summer getaway on the Illinois River at Diamond Head Resort. Followed up by, of course, Rocklahoma, where we will be there in full force with photography by Angel Lee on Radio Row. We'll be back there a couple of weeks later at Born and Raised Country Music Festival. Now, before that happens, the next event on that calendar, well, Folks, it's been free for over 10 years, and we're going to do our best to keep it that way. I am so glad to be asked to be hosting the Keep the Knocks free event at the Shrine June 6th. And that is going to be headlined by Storage 24, also joined by We Are Araya, Copperhead Steel, Stanley's Revenge, the band you just saw earlier tonight, and 7 Foot Monkey. We can't wait to see you there. Now, we're going to be giving away passes to this event, one set every month leading up to the event. And you know what? We already gave a set of passes away already. So I think it is time for us to have a random giveaway on behalf of Cirkus and all of the bands you will be seeing this weekend: Crimson Love, 19 Never, Stanley's Revenge, and Circus. I think we need to give another set of passes away, and we're going to do that right now by now remember, folks, if every month we do giveaways. Now, we didn't do one last month because I didn't quite have the goodies, the prizes in store, but now I've got something that we can treat you guys with. And you fine folks, aside from our sponsors, are the real powerhouse behind this podcast. You guys being so generous with those stars each and every week, that's our tip jar. That's how we fund the show, aside from our wonderful sponsors. So that's our little tip jar. That helps keep the electric bill on and the power bill paid, because you know what? We can't monetize the show because we feature so much music. So those stars make the world a difference, and we say thank you by entering each of our top stars senders each and every week, along with the folks who subscribe to the Facebook page, $4.99, cancel anytime, to automatically be entered into our monthly drawings. You can also enter right now by doing hashtag Balls of Bounty. Hashtag Balls of Bounty. And you will have a chance to, I'm going to pick one winner from the comments, and then we're going to redraw, and we are going to put you along with the top stars senders and our subscribers. So hashtag Balls of Bounty in the comments. Now, while you all are doing that, we're going to remind everybody that first and foremost, we just want to take a second every show to say thank you. Thank you for stopping by and joining us, drinking a beer with us, meeting a band, and listening to some great local music. And thank you to each and every one of you guys who join us repeatedly over the months. Now, remember, folks, sharing is caring. Like and subscribe the podcast page here on Facebook, also on YouTube as well, where you can find all of our interviews, including our wonderful interviews with the owners of Rocklahoma, who just opened the renewal period, as well as our Road to Rocklahoma series, thanks to DEB Concerts for putting us in touch with Sebastian Bach and Lita Ford. You can find those interviews and many more on YouTube. Remember, bands, if you would like your music featured here on the podcast, it's easy. Shoot me an email, rockthebox, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. So, with that being said, y'all, let's pick us a winner. So this first drawing is to find out which live viewer qualifies. So let me get me something to ride on. Thank you, Paige, by the way. I love this pen. It's got so many colors. It's my favorite pen. Alrighty. Here we go. Live viewer. Number 7. Number 7. Now, this is by mine. I'm sorry. They're not always accurate. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tom Reed. Tom Reed, you qualified. And I'm going to put your name back right now to see. Tom Reed, you are entered along with our top stars senders for all the month of December, as well as all of our subscribers. Are you feeling lucky? You know what? This is a second week in a row, but you can't get any more random than this. Number 3, once again. This is a lucky number here for Surviving Rocklahoma. Number 3. Give me 1 second. And that one is our top stars sender from 21 days ago. You are much overdue for a prize. Miss Shannon Carpenter, you have won a set of tickets to this weekend's event. Shannon Carpenter, I can't wait to see you this weekend at the Boman Twin Event Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're going to be hosting the Cirkus album release party. But you know what, folks? It has been an amazing show. Things ran smooth. We absolutely love seeing all of that feedback in the comments. And we want to give another shout out to all of our sponsors. First up, of course, is the DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life? As well as the purveyors of the Pooh Shacks and the Oasis in the heat during Labor Day weekend. I'm talking about At Your Service Rentals. Let's not forget Rocklahoma's newest partner, the Rocklahoma Bitches, and our proud partner, Photography by Angel Lee, where you can find stunning photos of almost every event that we've covered over the last 4 years. We also want to give a shout out to Rockavet, whose mission it is to provide our veterans with the music that is medicine as they combat the 22-a-day challenge or a battle that they deal with in the armed forces. Sorry about that. Also, we want to give a shout out to the Big Old Bus, bringing a busload of debauchery to a festival near you. And this year they will be coming in full force with their giant stage. It is exponentially larger as they will be at the Music is Medicine Festival. Let's also remember, speaking of veterans, the folks who have printed our shirts for the last couple of years, Metalcore Clothing, and a veteran-owned business, as well as our newest sponsor, Tannenbaum Graphics, who has been doing some amazing graphic work for us over the last couple of weeks. And we are, Camp Mardi Gras is glad to announce that Casey will be doing all of our merch this year. You can find all of that merch by clicking the link in the description. Get you one of those bumper stickers or other amazing shirts, koozies, all of that cool stuff. Tannenbaum Graphics is ready to take your order and represent your brand. And with that being said, our final sponsor are the ones who sells the sauce that keeps me savvy and happy. So this week was provided by Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits. I picked up a sampler pack up there so that I can try new flavors. And I have been sipping on this Hoop Tea Mango for like the entire show. And I've got to say, this is one of the smoothest, tastiest, flavored adult beverages I've had in quite some time. So, you know what? Join me, folks. And on behalf of all of our sponsors here at Surviving Rocklahoma and Pryor Liquor Wines and Spirits, cheers. Oh, man, that is good. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I've got stuff to do. I will see you guys this weekend. And until then, stay on the positive side of life. And as always, rock on.